Hello everyone, we are pleased to introduce you to QuadSense, the next level in flame detection. The next generation 4040 series has been developed by Spectrex, the pioneers of triple IR flame detection.
Hello everyone, my name is Emil Cohen. I'm the product manager for flame and open path gas detectors. I have been with the company for 20 years. I'm excited to be here today to walk you through the next level of flame detection and introduce the 4040D Sharp-Eye QuadSense technology, which we released to the market a few months ago. In our session, we will give an important information about the product and comprehensive data about the technology. Let's go. Spectrex is a research, development, manufacturing, and sales center of the most advanced fire detection systems in the world. As a pioneer in the development of automated firefighting systems, the company has provided armies and security forces around the world with more than 40,000 superior systems. It is a major supplier to leading oil and gas companies such as Shell, ExxonMobil, BP, Chevron, as well as the Hong Kong Railway Company and more. After developing and introducing to the market the IR3 technology, which most optical flame detector vendors followed, we recently launched the QuadSense technology, perfecting the IR3 concept. Let's see how it works.
QuadSense technology is best in class. This is not just a marketing slogan, but a proven fact. We have increased the sampling rate to raise the response time and the sampling resolution to provide more accurate detection and prevent false alarms. The effective detection range has dramatically increased to provide superior detection and improved false alarm immunity with fewer units. So, what's in it for the customer? Improved effective detection range and area coverage require fewer units to be installed per meter squared, benefiting the customer with a total cost reduction and much less maintenance required. The enhanced ultra-fast detection provides greater accuracy and false alarm immunity at a high speed, increasing the safety provided by QuadSense detectors. QuadSense employs 4 sensors to monitor 2 different sets of wavelength bands. These triple IR detection engines run simultaneously, much like 2 triple IR detectors working in parallel to reach a certain decision. QuadSense uses digital processing with a sampling rate 5 times greater than previous models, achieving ultra-fast detection and a sampling resolution with an exponent of 12, enabling discrimination of background interference and unparalleled false alarm immunity. QuadSense identifies gaseous emissions from the flame chemical reaction and uses a specific technique to equalize the different signal frequencies to create a noiseless input for the algorithmics. This baseline contains only the external signals, eliminating any unrelated noise that might interfere. QuadSense features a built-in process that compares different sets of values that vary by signal intensity for a fraction of a second, enabling the evaluation and distinguishing between blackbody radiation and fire at the same time. This allows for accurate ultra-fast detection with a large field of view, even from long distances. Detection distance has been increased to 300 feet, 90 meters, more than doubling the area covered. Fewer units are required to provide coverage, including areas that were previously seen as gray areas, reducing the total cost of flame detectors. While detection parameters are provided in detector datasheets, there are a number of factors that are almost always present that can reduce the detection range. The effective detection range refers to the area that is covered, taking into consideration the detection conditions. Factors that can significantly reduce detection range include fuel type, weather conditions, and debris on the optics. While it has become popular to add an extra sensor to triple IR detectors to improve one parameter and unintentionally reduce another parameter as a result, QuadSense has a 4-sensor which, in cooperation with a sophisticated algorithm, improves all parameters with no trade-offs. Installing 300-foot, 90-meter QuadSense detector at 215 feet, 65 meters, increases the detection effectiveness to almost 100%. When choosing a flame detector, there are 3 factors that need to be taken into consideration to ensure the highest level of safety. The ability to distinguish between real fire and false alarm. False alarms result in lost productivity and increased cost. Fast response time to buy as much time as possible. Largest possible detection coverage to minimize the number of detectors required. When looking at the 40D specifications in comparison to key competitor detectors, you can clearly see that over 90% of the 40D parameters are significantly better than the other detectors, including response time and, in particular, long detection range and the large field of view, which, combined, greatly increase the detection coverage area. Some detection parameters that are available as standard with the 40D detectors don't even exist in other detectors. The 40D series detectors are certified by FM to detect flames that are based on a vast range of substances, more than any other detector currently on the market, while ensuring to detect at the longest possible distances. In line with the rise in battery manufacturing, 40D detectors are able to detect fires originating from lithium-ion batteries. The Spectrex 40D series has 4 models: I, M, LB, and L4B. Starting with the I and M models, we have introduced cutting-edge QuadSense technology. Providing more gives to the customer more safety and reliability with lower cost of ownership. Longest distance and coverage with a faster response to almost any fire type, and proven immunity to false alarms, even capable of discriminating hot CO2 in the I and M models. Here is an example of an ordering table. The ordering table is organized in a way so that the model codes are on the left, and then there is a description that defines what each code represents. The gray bars indicate parameters that need to be selected to build the model number. It is important to note that you can only select one code per gray section. For example, if you were using the table shown on the screen to specify an order of 4040, you would start building your model number with 4040. And then you would need to make a selection on what type of detector you want. You would specify an I for multispectrum infrared, M for multispectrum infrared for hydrogen, and LB or L4B for combined UV/IR model. When developing the detector, we thought a lot about the technician that would carry out the installation. We avoided using bolts and wrenches. The back cover can simply be unscrewed to expose the terminal connections, which are also mapped inside the cover. It is easy and convenient to look at the description and connect the detector. We added more terminals to have only one wiring option and reduce the complexity, replacing the previous 5 different wiring options, which in some cases were not interchangeable. All details about different connections are available in the Quick Start Guide and the user manual. We have prepared a separate manual with lots of illustrations and easy-to-follow steps to allow the customer to configure the detectors to any application by using Modbus or HART. We have not only added the new features, but we have also redesigned the graphics, making these clear, vivid, and self-explanatory. We have kept the same connecting accessories with which the customers are already familiar. These new tools are free of charge, can be easily found in the download section of the product web pages, and are meant to help the customers to configure, maintain, and troubleshoot the device. Let's see how it works. The top screenshots show the new Modbus Manager device configuration options. The Modbus Manager is a single platform which identifies the model and brand of the connected device, displaying only the selectable options available for the connected device. The screenshot outlined in green simulates a 40DI detector. Selectable boxes and checkmarks provide a lot of valuable information to easily select the detector configuration. Other than the familiar parameters, we have added much more to enable tailoring of the specific unit to the application requirements. Let's take a look at the purple outline screenshot, simulating a UV/IR detector. Take a closer look at the possibility of enabling UV or IR only detection. And there is even more. Even the 4-20MA can be configured. This is done with one click. A click on the 420 setting button, and you can key in the pop-up menu the required values. We have ensured that invalid values cannot be entered. This is an easy and convenient tool, especially in comparison with competing products which use dip switches or even have separate models. The next-gen series have been introduced to replace the legacy series, which is being phased out. As you can see in this table, the next generation tilt mount uses the same footprint as the legacy tilt mount. The wiring in the next generation 40D series is easy. More terminals allow us to swap any legacy unit to next gen. We have easy-to-follow charts readily available to assist with this. Use HART or RS485 connection to configure the device if needed. We have kept the same or similar accessories. Pole mounts communication kits stay unchanged. Other accessories were redesigned or adjusted to meet the new mechanical design. For example, the tilt mount, the air shield, and the duct mount. Let's have a closer look at the tilt mount. The cone viewer is a convenient tool for approximation of detector coverage during the installation process. For device fields of view, please refer to the Device Technical Manual. The cone of view limiter accessory limits the detector's upper vertical cone of view and to adapt the detector to applications where a limited field of view is required. The next generation tilt mount has the same footprint as the legacy tilt mount. There is no need to drill new holes. With its extended effective coverage for cost reduction, ultra-fast response time to improve safety, and unparalleled false alarm immunity, QuadSense keeps a sharp eye on your safety.
That was a brief introduction of the technology and the next generation flame detector series. I would like now to address the many questions sent in the personal chat. Please keep sending questions. If not during this session, I will reply to each question shortly with an email. Okay, let's start with question number 1, which is why is the current 4040 being discontinued? A very good question. So Spectrex continues the tradition of being the first company to develop industry standards, maintaining technology leadership in the market. This, as I mentioned in the very beginning, dates back to the introduction of the revolutionary IR3 technology, currently used by optical flame detector manufacturers. This leadership is extended with the launch of the 4040D platform, where we actually perfected the IR3 technology. The next question is about the support of the legacy 4040 models. How long will there be support for the legacy 4040 models? Well, the legacy 4040 models will be supported through their warranty period by replacement of the initial 4040 model or with the replacing models of the new 4040 series. For any documentation requirements, please contact the sales manager in your area or our customer care team. Talking about replacements, we have additional question about what actually are going to be the models which will have a direct replacement. So will all current 4040 models have a replacement? First, the next gen models are I, M, LB, and L4B. They replace the legacy models, including the discontinued UFI, UFL, L, L4, U, UB, and R models. In an additional webinar, we will elaborate on how to use the detector settings to replace the discontinued models in detail.
There is a specific question about 4040R and 4040UB model. Why are the 4040R and 4040UB models being discontinued? Well, both are single channel detectors, In the 4040D series, UV-IR models can be easily configured to a single channel model by the customer using the Modbus Manager or HUD communicator. Okay, I got a question about what is QuadSense technology. It's actually we explained during the presentation what is QuadSense and what it does. So just a short definition. QuadSense is an Emerson proprietary technology used in the new infrared flame detector series. It is the next step in fire detection, perfecting the proven IR3 technology, which was developed and introduced to the market by Spectrex. Yeah, there is a question asking for more details about how it works. So how the QuadSense works. QuadSense is based on 4 infrared sensors positioned with a spectral band of 2.5 to 5 micron wavelength. This will identify gases emissions from the flame chemical reactions such as carbon dioxide, water, unburned hydrocarbon molecules, soot, and carbon monoxide. The 4 sensors are incorporated in 2 individual algorithmic engines based on sophisticated analyzing and adaptive algorithm techniques for ultra-fast detection, along with discrimination of background interferences to avoid false tripping.
We have an interesting question. Why is the 4040 series considered best in class? Well, because of its detection speed and range and durability with its extended temperature range. Because of its reliability with 2 heat modes to eliminate condensation and icing. Because of UV and IR sensor individual built-in tests. Because of its field of view integrity. Because, of course, of its ease of use with universal wiring option, with boltless back cover, with configurable UV and IR channels, with multiple sensitivity levels, lower weight, and improved graphical interface of the supporting software. We have a question here about what is the added value to the customer. Increased detector coverage leads to a lower cost of ownership, and improved detection speed and optical reliability ensure unparalleled plant and personal safety. Consolidating common spares such as the tilt mount and protective cover into the model reduces order complexity. The universal wiring option provides a platform that is customer-friendly and easy to use. There is an additional question on what other features will the customer get with the new detector. Just a few of them. We are having configurable options to meet any application challenge, including 6 adjustable sensitivity levels. We have 3 detection speed levels, 2 heating modes on the front wind optics. We have configurable built-in test interval and frequency. We can separate the UV and IR channels. And we have, of course, the field of view integrity. There is a question about how to convert legacy to next-gen product. So the question is, how do I convert the 5 different wiring options of the legacy product to the universal wiring option in 4040D? So first of all, we have created a wiring cross-reference terminals table, which you can use. We added more terminals to have only one wiring option and reduce the complexity, replacing the previous 5 different wiring options, which in some cases were not interchangeable. All details about different connections are available in the Quick Start Guide and the user manual.
There is a question about the accessories which could be used with the new flame detectors. The question is the customer able to use the current accessories with the new flame detectors? The new product series have a different mechanical design. The legacy accessories such as tilt mount, duct mount, weather cover, the plastic one and the stainless steel one, and the air shield have replacements according to this new enclosure design of the 4040 C and D series. Due to the fact that the tilt mount maintains the same footprint, the U-boat, the pole mount, remains unchanged. The flame simulators, of course, are staying the same as well, and the hard commutator kit and the RS485 connection harness are compatible across the product lines. There is a question about product documentation. Are there differences in the product documentation provided with the device? So, the 4040C and D models include, besides the device in their shipping box, a quick start guide and factory test declaration. The quick start guide, the QSG, replaces the detailed device manual, which can be downloaded from the product website. The factory test declaration includes the detector model and serial number and is replacing the current FAT report, Factory Acceptance Test report. There is a question about the model string. The question is the following one. Besides the D and C series designator and universal wiring option code 6, are there other changes in the model string of the new flame detector? Yes, there are. The new models include option to add the tilt mount to the detector without adding an extra order line. If selected, the tilt mount will be included into the detector packing box. The new models also allow customers to specify the type of the protective cover, plastic or stainless steel. We're having question about the new Modbus Manager software. Will be customers able to use the current 4040 WinHost with the new flame detector 4040 C and D series? No, the answer is no. The new flame detector series have additional configuration features and options which are accessible through the new Modbus Manager. This Modbus Manager is only compatible with the new 4040D platform, and as I mentioned previously, we are going to have an additional webinar to dive in the features of the new Modbus software. And the last question for today is regarding custom configurations. The question is, will be there an ordering option to require custom configuration set at the factory? And the answer is no. We do not have a special code in the model string which actually identifies to the customer care that the order has a special configuration requirement. The detectors are shipped from the factory with default configuration, which can be changed by the customer using RS485 or hard communication. Detailed instruction about possible configurations are available in the Modbus Manager and hard manuals, which could be downloaded from the product webpage. Lately, we released a white paper publication about the QuadSense technology, where you can find a lot of additional information. I will send in the chat a link to download the white paper. We also prepared a short video to visualize what is QuadSense, how it works, and what value it brings to the customers. Happy watching! Feel free to share with your customers and see you in the next webinar. Stay tuned for more news.
QuadSense technology, the next level in flame detection. To fully mitigate against safety risks, we need to understand the significant difference between the measurements listed on the detector's datasheet, tested in ideal conditions, and the actual effective detection range in real-life conditions. With its extended detection range of 90 meters, QuadSense's effective detection range also increases. This allows you to cut the number of units required to cover an area without compromising safety, reducing installation and maintenance cost. QuadSense uses 4 IR sensors integrated into 2 logical IR3 detectors. Positioned within the spectral band of the 2.5 to 5 micron wavelength, They identify gaseous emissions from the flame chemical reaction. Based on sophisticated digital analysis and adaptive algorithm techniques, QuadSense achieves ultra-fast detection. The technology also enables discrimination of background interference, providing unparalleled false alarm immunity. With its extended, effective coverage for cost reduction, ultra-fast response time to improve safety, and unparalleled false alarm immunity, QuadSense technology, keeping a sharp eye on your safety.
Thank you.